Hello people, how are you? Hope everyone's well, hope everyone's doing good. I've been, for the last couple of days now, I've been watching the news, the news on the internet, on the YouTube and stuff. And what do I see? I see up the north of Ireland, Ballymena and stuff like that. There's a 3 or 4 day riot going on there. What do you expect? What have I been saying? It came to boiling point, now it's boiling point, it's over boiling point, it's spilling over now. And it's happening up the north of Ireland. Listen, people, the north of Ireland. The Irish have been through the oppression of the English for like 700 years, 800 years. The north of Ireland is when people talk about the Troubles. The Troubles, that's where it happens. That's where most of it happens, up the north of Ireland. Where I come from, Dublin, and then you go down to South Cork and stuff like that. No, you've had one or two bombings. It was rare, one or two bombings, one or two shootings, but nothing compared to the Troubles up the north of Ireland, which was nearly every day. These people have been living this, especially since the 60s, 70s, 80s. The 90s they start calming down because of the peace talks and stuff like that. But now apparently, now the riots are going on up there. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a breeze there, A nice bit of breeze because it's been like 36 degrees over here. I've been working on the roof today. I got a bit of work today, thank God. Very, very hot. And so back onto it, yeah. So up the north of Ireland, riots for the last 3 or 4 days. Apparently they burnt a leisure centre where they were holding immigrants. Romanians apparently, and one of these Romanians was, I can't say the word on YouTube because I get banned. He was a rapist, you understand? A rapist. And apparently he raped a couple of girls up the north. And they got burnt out of the leisure centre. Leisure centre burnt down. What do you expect? What do you expect, people? I told you, it's over boiling point now. The Irish are not having it, and it's normal, they're not having it. They're going against the system, and they have to, because you can't let this keep happening. Now, I don't like riots. I don't like, wars, because innocent people get hurt in it. I'm going to say by innocent people, because I'm sure there is immigrants that have paperwork, that have families with them. And I hope that they don't get mistaken for one of these immigrants that are over here, just over in Ireland, just to claim off the system, just to do as they please, because there is genuine Muslims, genuine Africans, genuine people that are there to work. They're there to look after their families because their families are with them. And those we love, we don't care, we care. It's great that they're there, they're playing part of the system, they're paying their taxes, they're getting into the town, they're how would you say the word, they're migrating into Ireland, if you like, and that's fine. So I just hope that there's no mistakes, and there will be mistakes made. Innocent people will get hurt out of this, because when it's right and stuff, nobody's going to stop them and say, let me see that paperwork. Where do you work, what's your name, where do you live? No, they're just going to take it out on the colour of your skin. And you cannot blame them for that. You can't blame the Irish for that, because of what's been going on the last couple of years. So, yeah, I told you, boiling point is over boiling point now. There's riots going on up the north, and when I say up the north, these people have been living under the oppression of the English for so long. Of course they're not going to let this happen. What do you think they're going to sit down and say, they fought hand and tooth for years against the English, and then that calmed down the peace. They're not going to let other people come in and rape their kids and take their work and take over, and no. It's a pity it had to come to this, but it came to this. Up the north, they're fighting back. Dublin's going to start fighting back. Cork's fighting back. And we're fighting back, and fair play to the Irish, we have to fight back. We can't let the government do this. We can't. Now, I live in France, yeah? And what the French do, it's something that the Irish cannot do, because there's not enough we're not enough populated in Ireland, if you like. Because in France, right, let me tell you, in France for the last 6, 7 years, we've had something that's called the Gilets jaunes, that's called the yellow vests. Now the yellow vests are, you know, the work yellow vests, the luminous yellow vests. 5 or 6 years ago, people went out on the roads. They stopped the cars on every roundabout in France. People, day and night, they were putting fires on the roundabouts, and they had these vests on them, and they were going against the system because the prices went up too high. The prices of fuel, the price of electricity, the price of food, the price of rent, everything went up other than salaries. They didn't go up. So the French are great for that. They get up in arms, they block the roads, they block the ships coming in, and they're saying no, no, no. The only problem with that is the French government are very, you know, they're patient, they're intelligent, they're wankers, same as a lot of other governments. They said, we'll wait it out. We'll wait it out. Because, and the reason why they can do that, because there's the French, there's a population of 70,000 million in France. So if there's 1 million of them, 2 million of them people that are protesting against the system, it's not doing much of an effect. It's doing an effect. It's on the news, it's going all over the world. It's doing a little bit of effect, but they can wait it out. And they've been waiting it out for the last 4, 5, 6 years. And now when you see on the roads, on the roundabouts, there's very little roundabouts with these yellow vests. There still is there, you know, still waiting, and they're still protesting. But because there's so many, the country is populated so much, they can wait it out. And they've been waiting it out. Thing is about Ireland, and I hope the Irish are listening to me, with us being a population of 4.5 million, now with all the immigrants and stuff, maybe let's say 5 million, yeah, people living in Ireland. If we can get 1 million of them to stop, to get out on the roads, to start doing what they're doing right now, you know, that's 1/5 of the population of the country. That will hurt the country so much that you will have to do something. Because in France, there's so 70 million, 1 or 2 million, they can carry on, yeah. They can make ends meet. But in Ireland, if we get 1/5 or 1/4 of the country to get out on them roads, block the traffic, block the boats coming in, riot, if they have to riot, we riot. But we have to do something, and it will work. It will work, but we have to stick together. The North's doing it. We need the South to do it. We need Dublin to do it. We need Limerick to do it. We all need to get together and say no. And it's happening. It's happening, people. It's over. It's spilled over boiling point. Like I said, I hate war. I hate riots, because the innocent people do get hurt. People that have shops, that have a living, you know, shops get broken into, things get burnt out, and these are genuine people. But that's all a part of war and stuff like that, and it's a pity to say that, and I feel terrible saying that's all a part of war. It's what happens. So there you go, just a little insight on what I think. Ballymena, the north of Ireland and stuff like that. Keep up the good fight, you know. You know, we have to all stick together, people. You know, I'm coming home in September, and hopefully I can play a part in something. Not in a violent way, obviously not in a violent way, but yeah. So I hope, you know, I hope the innocent are okay, people are okay. But like I said, keep up the good fight. But we all need to stick together, you know. From all 4 corners of Ireland, we need to get together. We need to stick together and get this sorted out. Okay, Gary's Slice of Life. You know, subscribe, people. You know, put a like on it, put a follow on it, put a comment on it. You know, be part of my adventure if you like. It's starting to rain here now, but I love you all. Keep up the good fight. I'm gonna say a good fight, a good, honest fight. Okay, love you all. Take care. Talk to you very soon. Bye bye.